Hello everybody, it's Ray-Kon here. And today, we will be discussing a very interesting topic and something that I've been thinking about since I've seen this card revealed last week. So, the card we will be talking about is Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion the Blood, and why it disappoints me a bit. So, for those who don't know, Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion the Blood is the cross-drive version, as in the evolved form of Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion. But obviously, we're getting a few upgrades of the card. And for those who, let me just read the card skills that we got on the upgrade. So, skills reads as follows. During your turn, if your soul has a Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion, this unit gets power plus 5k. Then, if your opponent's Vanguard is greater or greater, this unit gains a crit plus 1, and then all our front rows get plus 5k power. Then the other skill reads Soul Blast 1. Until the end of the turn, when this unit would attack, choose 2 of your opponent's rear guards, and this unit battles all these units in the chosen rear guard circles and your opponent's vanguard. Then the last skill is at the end of the battle that this unit attacked, you play a normal order this turn, and your opponent's damage has 4 or less cards. Discard a card from your hand, choose one of your opponent's vanguards, and deal 1 damage. So, essentially, it's similar to the Maelstrom, Glory Maelstrom, just getting some very small upgrades and just implementing some extra skills to the earlier card. But there is a particular issue that I see, and it's mostly just that it's very similar to how they did Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion the Blood the first time, which is a bit disappointing because part of the community, and myself included, were expecting something else. Now, what we were expecting in the other case was Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion the Blood, but it is V-Series counterpart. The interesting that we got is that the V-Series counterpart came after the V-Series technically ended its mainland and support, and we started getting the Clan Collection, which is a collection of cards that are given us to support the V-Format, the format that was just canceled, basically, and to just supplement those cards. They did it for like 3 to 4 years, if I remember correctly. I think it was for like 3 years they gave us cards. But essentially, they were meant to just give the V-Format something new to always play with. And it also helped out a lot with Premium, because we got very important cards like the Grade 3 heals, which are very important in helping us slow down the game and give us some time to survive, and lets us survive Rush a lot more easier. And V-Clan Collection, but they honestly, great thing they did in the V-Clan Collection was that they were changing up the skills of some cards, but most importantly, when they were doing some card design, they were going lore accuracy first. And Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion the Blood from the V-Series reads as follows. First off, Counterblast 1, put a unit from your hand into your soul. Until the end of the turn, this unit gains 5k power and crit plus 1 when the unit would attack, and it battles all your opponent's front rows. Then, if I put a Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion into soul for the cost of this skill, this unit gains a crit plus 1 and an extra 10k power. That is very neat. But the skill that I wanted specifically, or something in relation to Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion the Blood, is this last one. Soul Blast 1 card with Kaiser in its card name, and this unit gains a drive plus 1 until the end of turn. But at the end of the turn that you activated the skill, deal 1 damage. So, I'm just going to give you a bit of a lore dump and why I actually prefer this, and the reason why this is lore accurate. Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion the Blood drank the blood of the first Dragon King, first Dragon Emperor, and the blood was actually a treasure of the clan. But there was a very nice thing about this, is that the Dragon King's blood, the Dragon Emperor's blood, helped anybody to get extra power. But there was an issue that everybody who drank the blood perished automatically or died long afterwards. Obviously, they gained a huge boost of power, but the issue is they all die afterwards. Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion the Blood's lore reads that he didn't just drink from the cup, he drank it all of that blood. He drank it. He drank the cup till there was nothing, which led him to reach that form, because Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion the Blood, Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion did not care for such a simple thing as death as being his why am I not getting strong? Because I'm going to die? That doesn't matter. That's not the point. I will fight the fight I want to fight. I will fight off the invaders. I will fight with my allies. I will even have to fight my allies if I need to. But I'm gonna do it, regardless of death. But he canonically dies. And that's partially the reason why I am more interested in the V Clan Collection Vermillion Double-Ed than the new one, because the new one's very safe, and I don't want safe. What I want Bushiroad to design cards, I genuinely want them to just think outside the box. Think lore accuracy. Think insane stuff. Make weird stuff. Like when I saw the V Clan Collection and how they were doing things, I was actually so shocked but so happy they actually did this. Like, they literally went with lore accuracy 100%, and they made an interesting card. Obviously, they also made very nice support to go with Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion the Blood to make it a lot more playable. It's not a tier 1 deck, but it's a very fun deck to play with those who know how to play it, and it's really fun. And that's what I want to see in this game. I don't just want to see insane cards that either power creep or just make things a lot more stronger, or just I want to see cards getting stronger. I want to see decks win, but I also want to see interesting card design. I want to see boss monsters that literally say, I am me, that just distinguishes itself from everything else, and it's just very interesting. I want to see interesting card design. I want to see weird card design. I want to see all of these things from Bushiroad, but we're just not getting them lately, and it saddens me. Like, in the beginning of the Destined Clash, I was genuinely very surprised in how they designed the cards, because usually Bushiroad has made a botched job, as far as I can say, with the common rarity and the R rarity cards. I mean, I understand they're meant to be weak cards, but some of the skills are real trash. They're like very dumb skills that shouldn't really exist. Like in the beginning of the game, sure, a unit that gets 5k power is decent, but like is all right and understandable for something like a rare or like a cop. But like seeing a card that just gets 5k power, 5k shield at this point, or just has a very specific skill that's not really does anything, is very bad. I really want them to see wacky skills. I want them supporting wacky decks and so on and so forth. I genuinely want Bushiroad to just, when they started Divine Z and the card designs they started to make, I was genuinely happy. I thought, yes, Bushiroad is back on full power. They are making the weird cards. They're making interesting cards. The addition of the energy mechanic is very nice and actually opens room to possibilities. Even cards that were like an Energy Blast 5 for a bind in the front row was an interesting thing, because it's not something we saw, and I genuinely want to see more of this from Bushiroad. But sadly, these last days, these last months, Bushiroad's just been going back to the basics and doing exactly what they usually did. They just print really bad. Sure, we have some really good or decent common and rares, but like I want to see more. I want to see more wacky stuff. I genuinely do want Bushiroad to just keep making that interesting card design so that people can make wacky decks. I love that. I love building wacky decks. For those who don't know me and those who have seen me play, then they would know I am a huge Shield Fisher fan. Like, I just see a big body of a card that just is 5k more than everybody else, and I'm a huge fan, and I was already a Stoichia player. Like, Shield Fisher was like, yes, I'm sticking with Stoichia because it's a lot of fun. So I genuinely hope that we are able to see, and the fact that Shield Fisher got more support genuinely made me so happy. Like, I was not hoping anything. I thought I was gonna have to take generic stuff, and to recall that we got decent generic stuff. But like, seeing him get his own dedicated support, it's only 2 cards, but like, I built a deck with 2 cards that plays decently enough. It doesn't win me every game. It's very hard to win, but I can build it and I can have a ton of fun with it. I want to see more weird boss monsters. I want to see more weird card design. I want you, Bushiro, to just be better. I just want you to go back to your roots and just making some weird card effects that in some point in their lives are just gonna make a difference. Well, honestly, that's all I have to say. I talked a bit more than I thought I would, but honestly, this is just my first video, and it's just me showing and trying to show off my love of this game. I love Cardfight. It's a game that I saw as when I was just in middle school, and I was enamored by the designs, some of the cards, the effects, the spirits, the anime, all those things just enamored me with the game and still has me to this day. And I genuinely just want to see more of that CardfightVanguard that genuinely made me fall in love with the game. More of that wacky card effect, more of that weird card effect. I want to see boss monsters that are not incredible, but they can do things. They can do things that other decks can't, or they can execute in a way that other decks just don't do. Is that I enjoy that, and I want to see more. So thank you everybody for coming. We had a lot of fun, and hopefully we will get to do more videos in the future. And I hope to see you guys later. Bye.